Okay, so now in this lecture we'll see the sums from the exercise number 6.2. As from the 6.2 almost we had done all the sums, we had covered all the concept. We left with only one concept, that is how to find the length of the perpendicular, or sometime they will replace this word, the sentence find the length of the perpendicular by find the foot of, they will say that find the coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular, find the coordinate of foot of the perpendicular. So these are the concept which you have to keep in your mind while solving this two sum. Okay, so once again I will explain. They will say that find the length of the perpendicular, or sometimes they will say that you have to find the coordinate of the foot and also find the length of the perpendicular. So this two change will be there in the question, a length of the perpendicular and coordinate of the foot. As clearly we can see that here we have one point, and here we have one line. So this line is known as Cartesian equation. Now let's see how to present the sum. Before that, here we have some points which you have to keep in your mind while solving this sum. So just simply you have to follow this 5 easy step to get your answer. Okay, so now we'll try to solve this sum by using a diagrammatic form, so it will be easy for us to understand this sum. So here what exactly we have to find, we have to find the length of the perpendicular, we have to find the length of this perpendicular from 2 comma minus 3 comma 1. So from 2 comma minus 3 comma 1. So here we'll take this PM as a perpendicular, and this PM is perpendicular to the line. So here I will draw one more diagram. So from this point we're drawing a line which is perpendicular to this given line. So this is the given line here. So what is the given line here? It is x plus 1 upon 2, y minus 3 upon 3, and z plus 1 upon minus 1. So we'll consider this point as P, and this foot, this base as M, and PM is perpendicular to this line. Understood the concept? What exactly we have to find? Here it says that we have to find the length of the perpendicular from where? From this point. So in simple language, this point, okay, from this point a line is drawn, and the line is what exactly is perpendicular to the given line. So this is the given line here. So we'll consider this P as 2 comma minus 3 comma 1, and we'll take this foot, this is known as the foot. So we'll take this foot as M. So PM is perpendicular to this given line. Okay, so these are the steps which you have to follow. Okay, so let's begin now with the sum. So first step is what we have to find the coordinate of the point M. So coordinate of the point M. So to find the coordinate of the point M, so we'll apply this concept to find the coordinate of any point on the line. So this is the concept, yes or no? So to find the coordinate of any point on the line, to find the coordinate of any point on the line, this is the line on the line. If you want to find the coordinate of any point on the line, so we have to apply this concept. So just now only we saw one sum based on this. Okay, so let's begin with the sum, and simply you have to follow this step to get the answer. Okay, so one by one we'll see the step. So first step here you will write, let M be the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the point 2 comma minus 3 comma 1. Yes or no? So M is what? Be the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the point 2 comma minus 3 comma 1 to the given line. So what is the given line here? So here PM is what? Perpendicular to the given line. So this is the given line. So given line is what? X plus 1 upon 2, y minus 3 upon 3, and z plus 1 upon minus 1. So first step will find the coordinate of M. Okay. To find the coordinate of M, as M lies on the line, so to find the coordinate of any point on the line, so we have to apply this concept. So you will take what? Each ratio of this Cartesian equation is equals to lambda. So here let x plus 1 upon 2, y minus 3 upon 3 equals to z plus 1 upon minus 1. So let's take each ratio is equals to lambda, because we know that whenever you have to find the coordinate, any coordinate of any point on the line. Okay, so just now only in the last lecture we saw one sum based on this, yes or no? So to find the coordinate of any point on the line, so we have to use this concept. So here, so therefore after solving this part, x plus 1 upon 2 equals to lambda, y minus 3 upon 3 equals to lambda, z plus 1 upon minus 1 equals to lambda. So therefore x plus 1 equals to 2 lambda. So therefore x equals to 2 lambda minus 1. Y minus 3 equals to 3 lambda. So therefore y equals to 3 lambda plus 3. Z plus 1 equals to minus lambda. So therefore z equals to minus lambda minus 1. So here we got the coordinate of any point on the lines are given by x equals to 2 lambda minus 1, y equals to 3 lambda plus 3, and z equals to minus lambda minus 1. So therefore, so here we got the coordinate of M, yes or no? So here we'll write the coordinate of M is what? 2 lambda minus 1, 3 lambda plus 3, and minus lambda minus 1. I hope you all understood the first step. So first step is what? You have to find the coordinate of M. So to find the coordinate of M, as we know that M lies on the line, so to find the coordinate of any point on the line, so we have to use this concept. So where you got the coordinate of M as 2 lambda minus 1, 3 lambda plus 3, and minus lambda minus 1. Okay. After that we have to find the direction ratio of PM. So direction ratio of PM. So now listen here. PM. Can you see this line PM? PM. Okay. So we'll consider this P as x1, y1, and z1, and M as x2, y2, z2. And we know that how to find the direction ratio of a line when you have a 2 point. Yes or no? This all things I had explained in the first video lecture. So to find the direction ratio, we know the concept, that is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, and z2 minus z1. Yes or no? So x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, and z2 minus z1. So here we'll consider P as x1, y1, z1, and M as x2, y2, z2. And the second point is what? You have to find the direction ratio. So just simply you have to follow this step to get the answer. There is no other rules and techniques and any other concept to solve. So just simply you have to follow this step. Okay. and this sum is very important sum as board point of view. It carries for 3 to 4 marks. Okay, and in the exercise there are 3 to 4 sums which are based on this type, where they will say that you have to find the length of the perpendicular, or sometimes they will say that you have to find the coordinate of the foot and also find the length of the perpendicular. So in the exercise number 6.2 there are 4 sums based on this concept. So be careful and just focus on this sum, and just pay attention what exactly I am saying and what exactly we have to do to find the answer for the length of the perpendicular. I will say just simply you have to follow this step to get the answer. That's it. Okay, so here we're done with the first part. Now we'll see how to find the direction ratio of PM. Okay, so now we'll find the direction ratio. So direction ratio of PM. Okay, so we'll consider P as x1 y1 z1 and M as x2 y2 z2. Yes or no? Okay, so we'll consider this as x2 y2 z2 and P as x1 y1 z1. So what will be the answer using the concept? So the direction ratio of PM will be what? X2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. Yes or no? So x2 is what? X2 is what? 2 lambda minus 1 minus x1 is what here? 2. So this part when you will solve here you will get 2 lambda minus 3. Y2 here is it is what? 3 lambda plus 3 minus y1 is what? Minus 3. So here we'll write in bracket. So 3 lambda plus 3 plus 3. Okay, so therefore 2 lambda minus 3. Here it will be 3 lambda plus 6. Okay, I hope you all understood this step. So whenever you have to find the direction ratio of any line, so you have to use this concept. This all things I had explained in the first lecture only. Yes or no? So x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. So we'll consider this P as x1, P as x1 y1 z1 and M as x2 y2 z2. So here it is x2 y2 z2 and this is x1 y1 z1. Using the concept of direction ratio x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, here we are getting the answer now. So what is z2 here? Minus lambda minus 1 minus z1 is what? 1. So minus lambda minus 2. So here we got the answer, direction ratio of PM. Yes or no? So now after this, what is the next thing? Since PM is perpendicular to the given line, since PM is what? Perpendicular to the given line, now we'll find the direction ratio of the given line. Direction ratio of the given line. So what is the given line here? X plus 1 upon 2, y minus 3 upon 3 and z plus 1 upon minus 1. So in a given equation, where is the direction ratio? When you will compare this equation with x minus x1 upon a, y minus y1 upon b and z minus z1 upon c, where we know that x1, y1, z1 are the coordinate and a, b, c are what? Direction ratio. So here, where is the direction ratio in the given line? This 2, 3 and minus 1 are the direction ratio. Understood the concept? Okay. So in the equation of the line, where the direction ratio is there? This 2, 3 and minus 1. So here we'll write the direction when you will compare this equation with this, okay, Cartesian equation of the line. So clearly we can see that x1, y1, z1 is here and ABC is known as the direction ratio. Yes or no? It's all basic things we had done in the first video lecture. Yes or no? So direction ratio of the given line is 2 comma 3 comma minus 1. Okay, so I hope you all understood the step number 1. Step number 2 also, how to find the direction ratio of PM. Here in the step number 3 it says that since PM perpendicular to the given line, so first we had find the direction ratio of the given line. So here we got the direction ratio of the given line. Now here we'll write, since PM is perpendicular to given line. Okay, so there is one concept that when the two lines are perpendicular to each other, so the product of their direction ratio, is equals to the sum of the product of the direction ratio is equals to what? 0. So as PM is perpendicular to this line, so here we have the direction ratio for this line and direction ratio for this line. Yes or no? Okay, so here we have to use this concept, that is sum of the product a1 a2 b1 b2 and c1 c2 is equals to 0. So this is the concept, this is the formula you have to remember, that sum of the product of the direction ratio is equals to 0. So this concept when you have to apply when the lines are perpendicular. Okay, so here as here we got the direction ratio for this line, and here the direction ratio for this line also we have. Okay, so direction ratio for this line is what? 2 3 and minus 1. And what is the direction ratio for this line? This is the direction ratio, that is 2 lambda minus 3. The second one is what? 3 lambda plus 6. And third one is what? Minus lambda minus 2. Okay, so now as these two lines are perpendicular, so when these two lines are perpendicular, so this is the concept, the product of sum of the product of its direction ratio is equals to 0. When the sum of the product of direction ratio is equals to 0, these two lines, they are perpendicular to each other. So this is one concept, it is there in the exercise. A1 A2 B1 B2 C1 C2 is equals to 0. So okay, so now we'll consider this as A1 B1 C1 and this as A2 B2 C2. So what is A1? Yeah, no need of writing that A1 is 2, B1 is 3 and C1 is minus 1. No need of showing that all step. Straight away you can substitute the value. So A1 is what? 2. A2 is what? 2 lambda minus 3. B1 is what? 3. B2 is what? 3 lambda plus 6. C1 is what? Minus 1. And C2 it was minus lambda minus 2 equal to 0. So in the next step this will be what? 4 lambda minus 6. 9 lambda plus 3 6 are 18. Okay, so plus, so minus 1 into minus lambda is lambda, minus 1 minus plus 1 2 side is 2. So I wrote this plus as it is, bracket open with minus 1, so here you will get lambda plus 2. The next step this will be 4 lambda minus 6 plus 9 lambda plus 18 plus lambda plus 2 equals to 0. Now we'll see the like terms, 4 lambda 9 lambda and this, so 9 10 those, so this will be 14 lambda minus 6 plus 18 12 plus 2, so plus 14 equals to 0. So therefore 14 lambda equals to minus 14, so therefore here we got minus 14 upon 14, that is minus 1. So here we got lambda is equals to minus 1. Okay, so after this step here you will get the value of lambda. Yes or no? After getting the value of lambda, now we'll substitute this lambda. So now we'll substitute this lambda equals to 1 in the coordinate of M to get the coordinate of this point. Yes or no? So now We'll substitute lambda equals to -1 in the coordinate of m. So what was the coordinate of m? It was 2 lambda minus 1, 3 lambda plus 3 minus lambda minus 1. So therefore lambda is what? Minus 1. So this will be what? 2 minus 1 minus 1, 3 minus 1 plus 3. Yes or no? So this will be what? Lambda is what? Minus 1. Yes or no? So lambda is minus 1, lambda is minus 1, lambda is minus 1. So this will be what? Minus 2 minus 1. This will be minus 3 plus 3. And this will be what? 1 minus 1. So here we got minus 3, 0 and 0. So here we got the coordinate of point M is minus 3 comma 0 comma 0. So now we got the coordinate of M. Okay, so as I told, sometimes they will say that you have to find the coordinate of the coordinate of the foot. So this is the coordinate of the foot because we took M as the foot of the perpendicular. Yes or no? So if they say that, just simply you have to find the coordinate of the foot. So this will be the final step. And if they say that you have to find the coordinate of the foot and also you have to find the length of the perpendicular, so there is one more step which you have to follow. You have to find the length of the perpendicular. Okay, so now as here we got the coordinate minus 3 comma 0 comma 0, and this is what 2 comma minus 3 comma 1. Now here we have to find the last final answer, that is the coordinate of M is minus 3 comma 0 comma 0, and this point is 2 minus 3 1. And now the final step is what? We have to find the length, that is the distance from here to here. To find the length of the perpendicular from P to the given line, so PM is equals to, will use the concept, that is distance formula. To find the distance formula, we know the formula is what? X2 minus x1 the whole square, y2 minus y1 the whole square, plus z2 minus z1 the whole square. Okay, now it is on you. You can consider x1, y1, z1 anything. So here we'll consider this as x2, y2, z2, and this we'll consider this as x1, y1 and z1. Again, no need of showing that x1 is what, y1 is what, z1 is what. Directly substitute the value. So x2 is what? Minus 3. X1 is what? 2 the whole square. Y2 is what? 0. Minus y1 is what? Minus 3. So minus minus will be plus here. Z2 is what? 0. Minus z1 is what? 1. So therefore this will be what? Minus 5 square, 3 square, minus 1 square. Yes or no? So this will be what? 25 plus 9 plus 1. So the final answer will be 25 plus 10. So this will be 35. And we have to find the length. So length unit has to be it should be in centimeter meter. As here nothing is there, so we'll write unit. Okay, so this is the final answer. So in the exercise there are 3-4 sum which is based on this concept. Sometimes they will say that simply you have to find the coordinate of the foot. So when they say that you have to find the coordinate of the foot, so this will be the final step. If they say that you have to find the coordinate of the foot as well as you have to find the perpendicular distance, so after finding the coordinate of foot, you will find the length of the perpendicular distance also by using distance formula. So we all know that the distance formula is what? This is the distance formula which we use. Yes or no? So in this way you have to present your sum in your board exam. So once again I will explain this sum. It is very simple. Just simply you have to follow these steps. So first thing, you will find the coordinate of m. To find the coordinate of m, as m lies on the line, so using this concept to find the coordinate of any point on the line, here we got the coordinate of m, yes or no? After that, we have to find the direction ratio of pm. So we all know that how to find the direction ratio also, using x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, and z2 minus z1. Okay. After that, since the lines are perpendicular, so whenever the lines are perpendicular, we have to use this concept. The sum of the product of the direction ratio is equals to 0. So where you will get the value of lambda here. After getting the value of lambda, you will substitute the value of lambda in the coordinate of m to get the foot, the coordinate of the foot. Okay. In the question, if they say that you have to find only the coordinate of the foot, so this will be the final step. If they say that you have to find the coordinate of the foot as well as the perpendicular distance, so after finding the coordinate of foot, you will find the perpendicular distance also. So this is the perpendicular distance, as here we have the 2 point. So we'll consider this space as x2 y2 z2 and this as x1 y1 z1. Using this formula, you can find your answer. I hope you all understood the sum also, as this sum is also very important from both point of view. When you will see in the exercise number 6.2, there are 4 sums which is based on this, where it will say that you will find the length of the perpendicular, and sometimes they will say that you have to find the coordinate of the foot. So when they say that you have to find the coordinate of the foot or the length of the perpendicular, the concept remain same. I hope you all understood both the sum, this sum, as well as how to find the coordinate of their point of intersection also. Okay, so that's the end of the exercise number 6.1 and 6.2, we can say. So we had left with only 2 sums from the exercise. That was the question number 9 from the exercise number 6.1 and the question number 3-4 sums from the exercise number 6.2. So here, after this sum, I can say that is the end of the exercise number 6.2, and that is the end of the concept based on line. And in the next lecture, we're gonna do the concept based on plane. Till then, goodbye. See you in next lecture.